When one hears the word goblin, it may conjure up an image of a mischievous imp-like creature with a penchant for trickery. A name evoked to keep small children in their beds at night. But what if I was to tell you there is another sort of goblin? One with a mouthful of sharp teeth and the dead black eyes of a shark. That they were once human like you or I, but twisted into their terrible forms by fell magic, then sent with unwavering obedience to punish and devour those they once loved.
The Knights of the Ship Actual Play Podcast presents Zweihander, Feast of Goblyns.
So you sort of occupy the rest of the day and night dawns.
Alright, I guess we head out.
What's the order? Who's going to go?
I'll be doing the survival checks.
Okay, so we'll put Maja for any camping.
What were the other two?
Scout?
What's the skill for scout?
Stealth?
I can do that one as well if you like.
Or you can have two people doing it, in which case you get a assist die.
And the third task?
Is guide, which requires navigation.
Oh yeah, I have that for it because I'm married.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I can do the guide part.
Well, I can do stealth
from
and
this area.
survival if someone wants to assist me.
Well, I can do survival.
Just the one scout?
Have you got stealth as well?
No.
You can't do both roles, can you? You can't both be the scout and the survival person.
No, they need to be separate.
Well, in that case, I'll do survival and you do the scouting because we can't do it the other way around.
Oh, the survivalist won't matter because that's when you actually pitch camp and you can run around.
So, which one are you doing?
Well, we don't need to do survival, do we?
You probably won't.
Because we're not camping.
Alright, I'll do stealth.
So I'm not asking for any rolls just
okay.
yet.
Okay, well,
I failed.
I passed, but doesn't matter.
It changes when you travel at night in terms of difficulty.
Yes, way easier.
Is there a road that we can take? Or
Yes, there is a road. It's on the
do
map.
we need to navigate then?
We can just follow the road.
It makes it easier, yeah.
You need to know which way to go up the road or down it.
So I'm going to give you -10 because of the weather, but +20 because it's a road.
Okay.
For a total bonus of
Plus 10.
+10.
This is for the
It's
navigation
going to be harder
check.
to be spotted at night. That's just for the navigation. It is harder to be spotted at night, but it is almost a full moon, so there's a fair bit of light. So for diurnal creatures, it's going to be harder for them to spot you at night. But the rain will make it harder for them to spot you as well. So it's going to be harder for you to see things than for them to see you. So, Baius, could you please make a roll?
Oh, that's good. 21, so yeah, I succeeded navigating.
Okay, you set a really good course.
Can't be hard to walk down that.
So there are side roads and so on that tend to vein off. And in some parts, there could be a fallen tree or something to go around. But generally, yeah, you've got that bonus. So you make good progress into the night. Could you make another navigation roll? You're doing really well traveling through the night.
Critical success, 44.
Could you roll me a d10?
7.
Along the way, as you sort of round the corner, because of the way you've navigated sort of on the swampy ground, and there were several tracks going off in all different directions. They all ended up in the same destination, but it seems like you've chosen a good one, and as you sort of get through, you can see some of the other tracks being underwater, or it's really boggy, and you notice like a lantern off in the distance in the swamp.
I point out there was a light over there.
Is it on the road?
No.
It's off the road.
Well, I don't think we should bother with it, should we?
Well, we don't know what it is, though. It might be someone might need our help.
Well, it could be any number of things. It could be somebody who wants to rob us.
It could be a free lantern.
It could be. See, we should check it out.
It's not really a free lantern if we have to go and walk through a bog to get it, is it?
Oh,
Think
Bob.
about the value of your labour, Baius.
I always undervalue my labour. That's a good point.
Because it was a critical success of navigation, you have the choice of evading this or ambushing whatever it is up up ahead, provided you stealth well enough.
What do you want to do? It'll be up to the scout to stealth it, so I think it's your decision.
Do we want to ambush them or do we just want to evade them?
Well, evade means we won't get to find out what it is. Ambush means we'll get to find out what it is.
This looks like a lantern to me.
Well, why would we want to know what it is?
I think we just need to get
Free
to Skald and
lanterns.
not worry about this. I think evade's my vote.
I'd prefer to evade.
Evade.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm up for checking it out, but
Doesn't matter.
we're gonna need to. Yeah, so I guess we'll evade at this point.
Evade, yeah.
Okay, and continue to navigate on past the temptation of the free lantern.
You move on, leaving the mystery of the lantern behind. You can have another navigation check as you make your way through.
Come upon a
Down
second
to fail
lantern.
one soon. 87. That'll be now.
Guess who comes up from behind us?
Free lantern.
Could you make a scouting roll, please?
I pass. 34.
Could you roll a d10?
1.
Okay. You sort of get held up a bit, and again, the trail splits, and you take what appears to be the trail, which was the lower. One was more elevated and one was lower, and at the time it seemed like that was the better way to take it. But as you're scouting ahead, you realise that there seem to be sort of 4 men loitering.
Do they have a lantern?
No, they don't.
Which one of you men is free lantern?
I think we need to go back and go up to the top.
You've
way.
spotted them. They haven't seen you yet.
Yeah, I think we need to come back and go up to the top path and sneak up on them and ambush them. Maybe. Do they look like they were waiting to ambush or?
They've got bows and clubs.
Okay, they're for mischief. So
So they're on the lower road.
they're on the higher road. We're
Oh,
on
they're
the
on the
lower
higher-
road.
Oh, okay. We can't drop on them like drop bears.
Mm.
The rain starts to ease off a fair bit. For those of you with heavy cloaks, you're fine, or mantles. But for those of you with lighter cloaks, you're getting wet and cold.
I also have a warm vest on.
And layers of fat.
And yes, some blubber.
Yeah, but it's still wet and there's chafing to consider. You're starting to get uncomfortable.
It's all right. The cod piece already chafes
On what?
on the brigandine.
No, but what part
On
of
my
your
thighs,
body?
On my thighs.
To get another navigation check as you proceed.
98.
Is that another stealth check for me?
Mm-hmm.
19.
You hear the howling of wolves. You hear one in a valley and another call, and then another one closer. And as you sort of travel, you kind of, maybe this starts interfering a bit in the navigation, but a few mistakes were made and you can hear these wolves, the calls, coming together and coming closer. But because of your scouting, you're able to work out which path through the woods and so on to kind of keep them at bay, so to speak. You eventually come back on to find the road again. This is a field and it kind of spreads out, and back when Baius was navigating, the trails were going all across this huge field in all different directions, making it really difficult. But you find the road again and you see a light up ahead and a structure.
Is it a free lantern?
Under the moon, and when it peeks out from the clouds, the rain clouds, it's a dwelling, and like a single candle burning at the window.
Big dwelling or a small one?
A cottage.
Cottage, okay.
It seems to be a bit of this is farmland.
Stop or keep going?
We should probably check it out, shouldn't we?
Is this not just somebody's house that
Yeah, it
we're
is
walking
just someone's
past?
house.
What do you want to do when we get there?
Just barge in.
Yeah. We've been walking for hours. Can't we rest? They might have ice cream.
We don't need to rest in someone's house.
The road goes past the house.
We keep going.
The homestead, and you want to just follow the road, or do you want to circumvent the house?
Follow the road.
As you go past the house, you can hear sobbing.
Go past the house.
We should probably check if the
Someone might
sobbing
need to help.
is okay.
We go past the house.
I bang on the door.
Bloody kids.
God damn kids.
There's barking of dogs and that sort of thing. And
See, they got dogs.
I'll go with him.
Do you need to be invited in?
I don't know. We'll find out.
You'll find out in a minute, yeah.
make for people who are sort of checking out this scene, make a hard awareness check.
Is that minus 10 or minus 20?
Yeah, those sort of walking along the road to the house.
I failed.
I failed by 2.
Yeah, me too.
I succeeded.
This is just the people walking on, isn't it?
No, walking towards the house. Right?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's a fail.
That is a critical failure. I got 100.
You're so intent on getting to the door. Was that 100?
Yeah.
Okay. Raphe, in young Helmut's enthusiasm to get to the door, you see him sort of run through a patch of earth, but it's unlike the rest. It's sort of about, I guess, 5.5 feet long and probably about 3 feet wide. And you notice his shoes sink into the mud. The earth there has been turned, and there's like some bushes and foliage that have sort of been ripped out into the side. And
maybe like a grave.
I don't know. It's up to Raphe to decide.
Oh wait! No, oh no! Oh no!
and then he's at the door, none the wiser.
Oh, hang on. What did I run through? Sorry, I thought I was sinking right into it.
No, you just sort of splotched through it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Bang, bang, bang on the door.
I'm going to stop before I reach whatever he ran through. And I try and tell the others to stop before they get there.
Can I go around it and then follow Helmut to the door?
It was almost by luck, he just happened to make a beeline. You made a different beeline. You didn't go through it at all. So you knock on the door, and the sobbing between sobs. Who is it at this hour of the night? Are you friend or foe?
Friend, I think.
Foe.
We're just travellers.
At least you have the voice of a man.
Thank you.
Boy.
The slit on the door, like the eye view slit, kind of opens, and sees a shorter lady sort of looking through. And who are you? What do you want? To trouble a grieving woman at this hour?
Well, we're just travellers on the road to Skald. I was just wondering if we could come in and rest, and it sounded like you were upset and perhaps wanted some company.
Why are we letting a child do all our talking?
As I got to the door.
Hold up.
You look to be you're not a man, you're a younger lad.
He's a baby.
It's all right, man. We'll be leaving now. He's just got overexcited.
Oh, there's more of you.
He's just excited. He's the tired child. We'll keep going.
How many of you are there?
Just leave you to your
I'm
grieving.
tired. I want to rest here.
Oh, the poor boy. Look, she unlatches the door.
Give him another lolly.
I'm not at the door. I'm
Is there
back
anything
away.
we can? Sorry. Is there anything we can do for you to help your suffering?
Maybe, but you should get out of this weather. Who travels at night in this weather? No, travelling the roads that no sane man would travel at night.
It's much better to travel at night.
Have you not heard the wolves? Are there wolves about?
Yes, there are. We managed to avoid them and the bandits
Look, come in. It's too dangerous to be
and
out
some
there.
guy named Free Lantern.
I don't know anything about that.
Keeping an eye out for his brother.
Free
Discount land.
Anyway, come inside. And take your boots off. Just here. She unlatches the door, and she's pointing a blunderbuss at you.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And then realizes what she's doing and puts it down. No, never mind that. Sorry. She kind of laughs. It could have been bad if I suddenly had a panic or you gave me a scare.
It's a good thing that didn't happen. Okay, I'll go in and kick my boots off.
She says, "Well, where are you travelling from? Harmonia
Yes, yeah.
To Skald.
to Skald? Oh, in the night?
Not
Yeah, his
but-
idea.
It's the best time to travel.
No, it isn't. Not around these parts. Is that so? Is all of you inside, or is
No,
Raphe?
Rafe's still outside.
Oh, she busies herself making tea for you all, and even though this unexpected occasion has managed to, I guess, strengthen her, and that she has to compose herself in front of company, and she introduces herself as Maja, and she has a son and a daughter, and you can kind of see them peeking behind the curtains of their. They sort of come to the stair and look down and look at you, and that's Frantosh and Jelena, and her husband is Ontosh.
Was.
Hmm?
Was?
Well, let's find out.
We did say she was a grieving widow.
Well, you don't know. Well, she hasn't revealed that to her yet. She's not comfortable necessarily talking to you about that.
Well, she called herself a grieving widow.
Yeah. Oh, you can ask her about it.
Is that your husband's grave out there?
She seems a bit shocked by your bluntness. She mutters something about elephants in the room, and then she loses her composure, and her shoulders hang, and the kettle starts boiling, whistling, but she doesn't hear it, and she has a turn and sobs for a little while, and then realizes, something comes into consciousness, and she takes the kettle off the stove, and she sort of puts her hand up. She's not quite ready to talk. She says, my husband, he is also upstairs, but he's broken his leg. And it's just, the burden has been on me to look after the homestead. And she then goes into her story. But meanwhile, outside, Raphe, the howls of the wolves are getting louder, and perhaps 400 feet away, you can start seeing some dark shapes slip amongst the shadows.
I go up to the house. I don't go inside though.
From your vantage point, these a pack of wolves, 3 wolves, sort of pound up and see you and growl, and then start sort of circling the house, and not where you are, but occasionally one might sort of leap up onto near the windowsill and look in and bark or growl, and they'd start doing laps around the farmstead and round to the barn, and giving you they're a bit suspicious of you. They don't know what to make of you at the moment, but they keep their distance.
Do these seem like normal wolves? I mean, I would have travelled at night and in various places and probably seen wolves.
They are, but they're usually not so bold, and they don't look. If they were really malnourished or anything, then maybe they would be this daring. But these look quite healthy.
Is Frida inside?
No, she can stay outside, I guess.
No, she'd be invited in.
She's invited in. I can't really.
It's up to
She'd
you.
have had to have gone in. Wouldn't have left her outside if she was allowed in.
But can I hear? Is she reacting from inside the house to the fact that there are wolves like looking in the window?
Yeah. I guess for those inside, her conversation. You hear her stop talking when that wolf goes up to the windowsill and kind of barks and growls. I don't know if wolves bark. Don't think they do. Growls, and you see her tremble in fear, and she just points, waving her finger, pointing. It's them damn curs. We've been plagued every night. Every sound they make, it just feels like evil now. They just won't leave us alone. And then she just all comes out in like a torrent about how her husband, he'd gone out into the dark because he'd left a lantern in the barn and went to put it out, and on his way back they were harassing us, and he fell and he broke his leg. We've heard big wolves scraping at the door, and then eventually my oldest son Joshua, He went out with the blunderbuss to put an end to these wolves, and we asked him to stop, but he didn't listen. And then she just has a long fit of tears. She sort of calms again and continues her story. And then 7 minutes later, we heard the boom of the blunderbuss, and then a second of silence, and then we heard a dreadful howling and a horrible scream. And the next morning, we went out to find the body. But it had been torn apart as if by some savage beast, and it's up to me to protect everyone until my husband heals. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how much longer I can go on. It is trying. We might need to move. We might need to leave in the morning.
What time of night is it now?
It is. I'd say it'd be like an hour before dawn.
There are only wolves. We can deal with them.
We've dealt with a wolf man.
Exactly.
Are they just wolves though?
Let's find out. I'll go up to a window, I suppose, open her up and shoot one.
All right, roll to hit.
That would be a miss somehow.
The wolf dances aside and slinks back into the darkness, making it harder to see. The other ones prowl away from that window. You've got Clotilde with you.
Yep.
And she does not like this.
How do they respond to her given she's really big and could crush them pretty easily?
Yeah, they kind of size. They're wary, but they're sizing her up.
Okay. Well, I take out my gun. I'm going to point it at one and see if there's any reaction.
There is a wariness there. It kind of growls, it bares its teeth at you, and you kind of that sort of threatening. Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if it does anything.
No, they're just circling you guys. One will pad off and go to the barn, and then return and howl, growl.
Well, I just keep watching them, keeping an eye on them. If they get near me, get ready to shoot.
Yep. You have your standoff. They don't approach. They keep the distance. They don't know what to make of you. Meanwhile, inside, Maria, is there something you can do to help me?
I'm trying.
What could we do? Tell us what you need.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't have much to offer. I can cook you a splendid meal.
But what do you actually need help with?
Getting rid of these wolves. But the thing is, I think there's something bigger out there driving those wolves.
Yeah, we're trying to deal with that in Skald. Hopefully we will, and that will help you as well. Will the wolves clear off in the morning?
Yes, they will not be here in the morning.
And how close are we to the town?
Skald would be an hour or two.
Yeah, should we just wait it out and then travel the early morning?
You're going to go in the morning?
Yeah, early morning, like first thing.
To Skald?
Yeah.
You're not going to stay?
Stay where?
Here?
We're going to stay until the morning, once the wolves go.
But what about tomorrow night?
Well, they can't get in the house, can they?
No, but their barking and their harassment, we cannot rest.
Set some traps. Poison some bait.
I don't have any poison. Do you?
We'll deal with the wolves, but we have to go to Skald to do it. And if we just, won't more wolves come there's just wolves at the moment.
Will more come? We don't know that. Surely we could take these ones out.
How many are there here? Do we even know?
I'll poke my head out the door and check on Raphe.
Yeah, there's a couple of wolves sort of circling him and Clotilde at a distance. He's got his gun out, pointing, trailing them. They're not acting any more hostile, like advancing or anything.
I'm going to pull out my shepherd sling and fire a rock at one of them. And it hits.
Hey, roll your damage.
Does it get a dodge roll?
Yeah. Spends an action point to try to dodge, and you miss it by a couple of inches as it jumps out of the way.
Get out of here, you mangy mutt.
And it stands back and growls at you, like rather intently.
I just wave my rolling pin at it. Come on, then.
Yeah, they continue to circle and bark and howl, and they all just start making as raucous of a noise. It's so hard to sleep.
We're either waiting it out for the night
put an
or
end to 'em.
Yeah, okay. Well,
You're the one with the bow.
okay. I'll shoot at one. Open the door. I'll step out, stuff it, and I'll wade right in. Someone's got to do something. That is a 4.
It tries to dodge out of the way and does so.
I think anyone else is going to wade in, so we're just going to have to stay out here for the night.
Bring that big old blunderbuss out.
I can't use this.
Does Raphe know how to use blunderbuss?
Yes.
Is he willing to shoot it?
Yeah, if you bring the blunderbuss.
I'm going to bring the blunderbuss.
I can wait till one gets close and open up on it.
There's one sort of creeps in.
That's a hit. That's an 8.
An 8. You blast it with the blunderbuss and nails and bits of ceramic, and a blast goes towards the wolf. It can't dodge it.
Nope.
It's a gunpowder weapon.
Yep. And it has a cone template. I don't know if anything else is.
No, they're spread out. It's the one. So you can do your damage.
15.
15. It runs off howling in pain. You seem to have scored a bit of a hit on its rump. It's sort of running with one leg sort of off the ground. So that was 8 points of damage, was it? 10?
15.
15. Yeah, no, it's moderately wounded and it runs off. The other ones back away and they leave. All is quiet.
I'll hand the blunderbuss back.
Yeah.
So
You're
go
met
back
with
inside.
Clap. Come in.
I'll stay outside with my horse, thank you.
You can put it in the barn if you want to.
It doesn't seem very safe, truth be told.
They can't get into the barn. Or the wolves can't.
All right then.
Up to you.
Make sure it's safe first.
It's rather lovely having a guardian on our door.
Raphe will just stay there with Clotilda.
Okay. So all's quiet. She starts making breakfast, a hearty farm breakfast, and lots of various chutneys and pickled beets, borscht, soup, and everything seems to be going really well. The sound, it's got that sort of morning sound, the morning approaching sound. The fire that's been going all night sort of picks up and is burning with an extra brightness. And you're all welcome to eat. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Will you be taking your breakfast on the balcony?
Yes.
So they bring out a tray for you, and in the distance you can hear a rooster calling out, heralding the morning. And then, Raphe, you hear the howling again, and two wolves sort of dash out round from the side of the barn and snarl at you.